Hi. As I promised, or said, not necessarily promised, but I am going to show you my deeper side. And I'm going to try this without texting you. I have a very, sick sense of humor, so the titles of my poems, no matter how depressing they may be, are, hilarious. After you read them, you're gonna be like, ha, Rachel is so funny. But, this one is called Poker with God. I don't know if I told you that yet, but I'm gonna try and say this without stuttering, because I'm very good at that. Love is not a victory dance. It's not a haven. It's not a warm hug or a soft kiss. Not a gift of compassion, a single rose. As beauty loved the beast, she didn't love the things he possessed. Neither did she love his once cold heart. Love is the last whimper, one last sacrificial breath. Undaunted laughter after another underdog, closed eyes with your face in the breeze, cuddles underneath satin seats, a warm whisper in the back of your neck. God's winning hand against the devil's bet, a sad trumpet sound through the night. Love may be patient, love may be kind, but every light holds darkness. Love can never be selfish. Beauty and the Beast is a tale as old as time, but Beauty deserted the Beast in his darkest night. Beauty became the Beast as the last petal fell, selfishly waiting until she could tell him she loved him with the last whimper. Love transformed the ones left for dead, abandoning the ones who need it most. That one was pretty deep. Most of these are about my mom and my dad. I don't know where my poem book went. That has all the ones that I wrote about Aaliyah that are stab, 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 stab. Two for the price of one. You broke me, something you said you never do. My wings were shattered and torn before they even got to grow. Double heartbeat, but only one soul, but only one sound. A cancerous growth taking over, slowly killing me while trying to stay alive. Two persons in one body. Two sets of wings, but no chance of flight. Death is no destruction, not even cataclysmic. Life is an expense that will never be paid off. You stole the gun, now I can't even die. I'm broken, but nothing can satisfy the pain, not even citalopram or Prozac. I'm starving for some sort of attention that I've never been able to acquire. But you are not here to feed my hunger. You're feeding off of me, and I'm losing sustenance, barely able to move or pay attention to the world that moves around me, wanting to fly as I freely fall, laughing it off, embracing the darkness. As I'm slowly swallowed up, my God, why have you forsaken me? Promise of salvation if we follow, but you abandoned us long ago. Broken wings, empty heart. This one isn't funny. Daddy, you lied. You promised you'd never leave, even after we buried Mom. Now you're 6 feet under. You left me, Dad. How could you? We were going to be a family again. My alarm clock's screaming, but I can't move. I buried myself with you. There's nothing left inside me to fill. I'm asleep, but I never want to wake up, until you wake me up too, Daddy. I waited 15 years to see you, hoping and waiting that you'd remember me. You remembered, but now I'm empty. Take all you can, give some to Mommy. Even though you broke your promise, we were a family, Dad. But I guess you were right. That day I asked if we could still be a family. Hugging me tight, you said no, nothing will be the same. That day changed me, Dad. I lost my wings when you started to cry as I waved goodbye. I cried too, Dad. Later that day, nightmare-stricken, realizing how broken I already was. I could never trust, could never love, could never fly after an underdog. attached to someone I never belonged. Seeing the things through someone else's eyes the day you left and Mommy died. You lied to me, Dad, and that made me, even Roger, sad. You're my best friend. That never was supposed to end. Now I'm just bye-bye birdie, without any wings and an empty heart. Like, I don't feel like this anymore. I just want you to know that. Like, this was when I was my deepest hour. This one's called Hey Mom, Lamp's Broken. Promises held by pinky promises. They stick. No need for compromise. Your word is firm, and I was fooled. You promised me, Mom. You said you'd never break me. But look at me, Mom. I'm not broken. I'm shattered. All of what you said would happen, didn't happen. My heart hurts. My chest aches. It's getting harder to breathe. Suffocating. But why am I? Still. It's been, 15 years? When will the pain stop? I didn't even want to live, so why should I? No one will ever care. No one will miss me. It'll be as if I didn't even exist. Tuck me in alone last time. Cuddle me close as I drift away. Whisper you love me and say goodnight, 'cause I won't wake up. I'll smile. All as the darkness swallows me up. My heart is not your casket. Mommy, I miss you. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to bury myself again, but your heartbeat cannot be found. Lost in a tempo someone else has set. Living my life out of control as the devil places his bet. I need you, Mom. Where did you go? I don't believe you died. You feel so alive inside my chest. Digging deeper and deeper to find your life, only to find death. I still can't believe you died. Approaching the anniversary of when you cocked the gun. You buried yourself inside of me, something you shouldn't have done. Get out of me, Mom, before I go insane. I was never strong enough, nor will I ever be. You didn't protect me, especially when it was a vital need. Searching and searching for something I will never find, because all this time, you were buried in deep inside. Such a beautiful laugh. She stood on the corner, as if she was waiting for someone or something to happen, wanting to fly away and escape the rain on her shoulders. But her wings were broken. Shredded to pieces, stuck in a world where she never belonged. The day she fell, others had fallen too. Cataclysmic, a world that was not theirs to experience. The air was toxic, heavy. She couldn't breathe, but she lifted her head up back and screamed only a whisper. So she jumped, deserting her deserter, escaping the toxicity of a life she never wanted, desperate for some realization as she spread her broken wings and fell, never to awaken as she lapped at the darkness. I don't know. Some of these I have like pictures and just like captions with them. This one is called Flight 401 Boarding. I remember it all so clearly now. I'm not making this up. I have no doubt. You painted my room teal green and boarded it with hearts. Dad hit you, and that's what drove you apart. You were the sun that lighted my day, the coolest mom I'd ever seen. I remember how you hugged me and tried to protect me that day. Dad touched me, and it wasn't in a good way. You screamed and yelled, but he couldn't hear you. He was in drunken stupor. Your words weren't getting through. I held onto your neck and tried to bury myself. Your heart pursued me, but you didn't know how to save yourself. Daddy loved you, that much you knew, but you had to leave him, that much you could do. The damage was done. Not even your heartbeat's tempo could uncock the gun. I was dead inside, and even you noticed. You did what you thought was best. We were all broken. Pointing the gun, you closed your eyes, aiming it at all of us three. You crashed and died. But you left us half dead and empty. Daddy couldn't face himself either and created a lie. You not only killed yourself, but your life. You left your family to die. Like, I'll read you some later. But I just, like, when I write, I just stick my pen to the paper and just let it flow. Like, I didn't even, like, half of that I just, like, heard for the first time. Like, I don't know, it's different. It's like just getting it all out on paper before you like it's a way to process it, I guess. And when you read it back over, you kind of understand what's like really going on inside your head. Cause I don't know, I write when I'm just like at the brink of a meltdown, and in this house I can't really show it, or like anywhere else. So I write and I draw, and that just puts it all on paper so I don't have to think about it. But when I look back at it, it's just kind of there. This has been interesting, and I hope that you're okay. I love you. This is like 11 minutes long and like 10 seconds. So, I love you.